If you want to recycle a large amount of pruned branches, constructing a so-called deadwood hedge is an interesting project. The construction consists of 2 rows of wooden stakes between which branches are neatly piled up. This video shows you how it's done. Before starting to build, it is important to identify a good spot in your garden. Like a hedge or a brick wall, the deadwood hedge can be used to delimit the garden or to divide it into different parts. It can also be used to hide a compost corner. Wooden stakes are used for the basic construction. It is important that they are solid and long-lasting. Stakes in robinia or chestnut like this one have a very natural look and can resist wood rot for many years without chemical treatment. It is also possible to use other stakes like this pressure-treated pine stake. Some stakes are peeled and not machine rounded. They are never 100% straight. When you buy them, it is important to make sure they are straight enough and that the top of the stake is cut off in a right angle. It is recommended to use stakes with a diameter of 8 to 10 centimeters. For a hedge that is 1 meter 20, you will need stakes that are 1 meter 80 long. In each row you place a stake every 60 centimeters. In this example, the construction is 3 meters and we will be needing 12 stakes. A ground drill is a great tool that makes driving stakes into the ground easy. Use a drill with the same or a slightly smaller diameter than that of the stakes. When using stakes of 8 to 10 centimeters, a drill with a diameter of 8 centimeters is ideal. This tool can be bought in garden stores but is also for rent at tool rental companies. Mark the desired depth on the drill with tape. This will enable you to know precisely when the hole is deep enough. For stakes that must be driven 60 centimeters into the ground, place the tape at 55 centimeters. A few more hits with the hammer will drive the stakes 60 centimeters into the ground. To drive stakes in, you use a big hammer. Wooden hammers are ideal, but metal sledgehammers will also do the job. Ensure that you hit the entire surface on the top in order not to damage the wooden stake. For this project you will further need some string, a tape measure or folding meter, sharp pruning shears, and loppers. Use the string to mark the 2 rows of stakes. The exact distance between the front and rear row is of less importance. In this example it is 60 centimeters, but you can make the dead hedge larger provided you have the space. This wall has a length of 3 meters. In the rows, the distance between stakes is 60 centimeters. You can choose to leave a little more space between the stakes, but it is wise not to exaggerate the spacing. This way, your construction remains solid and branches will not easily drop out. Drill the holes for the stakes at the corners, in this example at a distance of 3 meters. Drive in the end post to 1 or 2 centimeters of the desired height. In this example that is 120 centimeters. Mark this height on the stakes. Attach a string on ground level between the end posts. Measure 60 centimeters beginning at the middle of the post and mark the spots. Drill the holes alongside the string and place the stakes in the holes. Then attach a string at the top of the end post. This allows you to align the stakes and to drive them all in at the desired height. Place the second row of stakes following the same procedure, facing the stakes of the first row. Hedgehogs are big fans of these dead hedges. To increase the chance of welcoming them, you can install a nest box before filling up the construction. You can purchase one in a garden store or make one yourself from a wooden crate, for example. The basic structure is finished. All we need to do is fill up the wall. For a neat result, it is important to fill up layer after layer. Place branches on the entire length before starting the next layer. Make sure there is sufficient material at both ends. Forked branches can best be cut or broken. This will make it easier to fill up your dead hedge. The hedge is now almost finished. For a neat result, you can now cut off the sides with loppers or saw them off with a chainsaw. Then check the front side and cut off any branches that stick out. The contents of the dead hedge will compact and branches will start to decompose in contact with the soil. As a result of the decomposition of the wood, you will replenish the hedge with more branches every year.